Sups. Hey everybody, I got a few new pizza making tools. One is a Hamilton Beach stand-up mixer, and it makes dough way better than I could ever make it. The other is called a Pizza Pizzazz by Presto, and it's doing pretty good. I'm enjoying how the pizzas are turning out with it. It actually has a crispy crust when it comes off. So I thought I'd do a video and show off how to use it and all that kind of stuff. The first step is to put 1 cup of warm water, around 110 degrees, in the bottom of the mixer. After that, add 2 3/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast. Let that sit until the yeast looks boiled, or about 10 minutes or so. Off to the side, I put in 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, a tablespoon of honey, and a tablespoon of olive oil. I learned that I've been packing the flour in the cups this whole time, and that's actually adding a lot more flour to the recipe than it's called for. So now I dump the flour into the cup and I level it off, and it's helped out a lot. Also, I'm using a new recipe, and that really helps out a lot. And the crust is very tasty and crispy, and it's working out really great. I start with the mixer to stir things around shortly, then I power it down and add the first cup. After that mixes around, I add in another cup, making sure that that one's also leveled off. I've found that using a spatula on the side of the mixer bowl helps mix around the dough and helps the machine out. It also helps the cleanup process because the dough is not stuck to the side of the bowl. When it's mixed well, I toss in the last cup of flour. I continue to mix and scrape the sides until the dough is all rounded up. And every once in a while, I stop the machine to take the dough off the dough hook because it kind of winds up onto it. And then I just pull it off and put it back in, and then it'll start mixing well. Another neat trick is to grab a pinch of flour and toss it in as it's mixing. This will help the dough grip and form up and be more smooth and not so sticky. After about a total of 10 minutes of mixing all together, the dough should be done. It should be slightly sticky, but I sprinkle a little flour on top of it so it doesn't stick, and then it should be all ready. Find a nice container like a big glass bowl or a plastic container or something like that. Set the dough ball inside and take a warm, damp towel and set it on top of it, and let it sit for about 8 hours. When you take the dough out of the container, it'll be pretty sticky. Just a small dusting of flour will help you remove it from the container, and then you can actually form it up in a ball after that. When you're ready to use the dough from the fridge, make sure you set it out to room temperature for another 8 hours as well. I only use half of this, so here I am actually separating the two doughs, and I put the other in the fridge. Put the dough ball in the Pizzazz pan. I can't believe I just said that. And then roll it out a bit to get the dough level. I quickly poke holes in the dough with a fork so it doesn't puff up too large, and then I slap on a layer of pizza sauce. I add a nice layer of shredded mozzarella, and as an optional step I put on some Italian seasoning and crushed red peppers. Toppings are next, and I put on some pepperonis and black olives. This pizza I tried something different and it worked wonders. I put Italian seasoning and olive oil with just a smidge of garlic powder and maybe some salt, and I drizzled it over the pizza, and this made the crust very, very crispy, and it was so tasty. Very good. Definitely recommend you try doing it. I put the pizza on for about 18 minutes on the dual side setting of the Pizzazz, and it also, when it goes off, the pizza will still cook and it will still rotate, so there was probably a couple more minutes after that. The dough was super crisp and very, very tasty indeed. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Any comments would be appreciated.